You ever wonder how an AI actually sees the world? Does it see a picture or does it read text? Well, for a long time, the answer was pretty simple. It could only do one of those at a time. But what happens when an AI can do all of these things at once? That's what we're about to find out. So let's start with a big question. Can an AI actually be too specialized? I mean, think about it. If an AI is only trained on images, it's completely blind to any text that might describe them. And an AI trained only on text, it has no idea what the picture it's talking about actually looks like. This super narrow focus, well, it's been a major roadblock for performance, at least until now. All right, so today we're setting up a little head-to-head showdown. In one corner, you've got the traditional AI, the one-trick pony that only handles a single input, and in the other corner, we have a brand new challenger, one that sees the world in a much richer, much more connected way. Let's meet our contenders, shall we? On one side, we have unimodal AI. You can think of this as the specialist. It's really good at one thing, like analyzing an image. But on the other side, we've got multimodal AI. This is the generalist. It doesn't just see the image, it also reads the text description that goes along with it, and it combines both of those to get the full picture. So the big question is, does having all that extra context really make a difference? Well, enough talk. Let's get to the data. We're about to put these two models through their paces and see how they really stack up against each other across a bunch of different performance metrics. And the results, well, you're going to want to see this. And here we go. This is the tale of the tape. What you're looking at is the performance comparison between our two models. The first column lists all the different ways we can measure performance, things like accuracy and reliability. The next two columns show the actual scores for the basic unimodal model and our new multimodal challenger. But that last column on the right, that's the one to keep your eye on. It shows just how much better the new model is. And even just at a glance, you can see it's winning everywhere. And in some cases, the improvement is absolutely staggering. Let's just zoom in on that most dramatic number first. That is a nearly 12% jump in something called the macro average F1 score. Now, the F1 score is all about balance. It's a measure of how precise an AI is while also being comprehensive. Basically, you want it to get the right answers without missing anything important. And let me tell you, in the world of AI, an improvement this big isn't just a small step forward. It is a massive leap. It tells us there's been a fundamental shift in how effective this thing is. And this was no fluke. Just look at the average precision, another huge gain of 11.5%. What we're seeing here isn't just a little tweak. It's a consistent, powerful pattern of improvement across the board. So what does all this technical jargon actually mean in the real world? Okay, let's translate these numbers into what they really mean for what an AI can do. This is where it gets really cool, because it's not just about one number, it's about the whole story they tell when you put them all together. So first things first, the multimodal model won. And it didn't just squeak by, it was a total clean sweep. Just like the source material says, there was consistent improvement across every single reported metric. There wasn't a single test where the AI using multiple inputs wasn't flat out better. Now, let's go back to that big 11.8% gain in the F1 score. Remember, that metric is all about balance. It's measuring an AI's ability to be both precise and comprehensive, so it doesn't miss key information. A huge jump like this means the AI isn't just getting more things right, it's becoming a way more reliable and complete tool overall. Okay, let's look at another one. We also saw a really solid jump in the micro-AV AUC. Now, in simple terms, this means the model is getting way better at generalization. It's getting much more skilled at making the right calls across a whole bunch of different real-world situations, not just the easy ones. It's basically becoming smarter and more adaptable. And all of this brings us to a final, really important point. The gains we saw in precision and recall show the AI is getting better at two things at the same time. It's getting better at correctly identifying what it's looking for, and, just as important, it's making fewer false alarms. It's becoming more accurate, and it's less likely to make dumb mistakes. So, when you put all of this together, what does it really add up to? When you see big, consistent gains across every single metric like this, it points to something way bigger than just a simple upgrade. It's pointing to a whole new direction for the entire field of AI. So the main takeaway here is this. Giving an AI more than one way to understand the world, combining images and text, isn't just a small improvement. The data is clear, it's a genuine breakthrough. This is the kind of leap that unlocks brand new applications. It's the difference between an AI that can just recognize a stop sign and an AI that can read the sign, see the pedestrian, and understand the entire context of an intersection. It fundamentally makes an AI better at understanding the world. And that, of course, brings us to the final, really fascinating question. We've just seen this incredible leap in performance just by combining two types of data. So, what happens next? What becomes possible when we build an AI that can see an image, read the text, and hear the audio all at the same time? The future isn't something we're just waiting for, it's being built right now, one data stream at a time.